wanting the Hunter boots, but you're not sure if you should get the original tall or if you should go with the wide calf. I'm going to discuss that with you today right here on Book of Instruction with me, Sarah Bergstrom. So let me tell you a little bit about myself and my dimensions. I am 5 foot 4 inches tall. I weigh approximately 128 pounds. In an athletic shoe, I typically wear a size 7.5, and in heels, I typically wear a size 8. My calf diameter on my left calf here is 15 inches in circumference at the widest point, and that's with a bare leg. And my right leg here is 15.25 bare leg. And the way that I figured out the circumference on my calf is that I took my little flexible tape measure out of my sewing kit, and I just go ahead and I put it right around the widest part of my leg. You can see that here on my right leg, it's around 15.75 inch with my tight jeans and my ski socks, which is what I think a girl would typically wear with boots like these on a rainy day. And then a couple more dimensions. So from my heel to the widest point in my calf is 12 inches right there. And then up to my knee, it is 17 inches. The dimensions on these boots, let's go over that. This is a size 7 in the original tall. The circumference to the inside of this boot is 15 inches. And the height from the heel, on the inside from the heel to the top of the shaft is 14.75 inches. The wide leg, size 7, is 16 inches in circumference, and it is also 14.75 inches tall. I also have a size 8 here for comparison. It is 15 inches again on the inside circumference, and this boot is 16 inches tall. So it's 1.25 inches taller than the size 7 in the original tall. Okay, so there has been a complaint about the wide leg boots, and that's that the ankle is so loose in this boot that it feels like it's going to fly off your foot. There's a reason for that, and we're going to talk about that right here now. So come on in, Uncle D. And here on this, on the original tall, you can see that there is an indentation at the transition between the calf and the heel. And it comes in nicely here. If you come over here to the wide leg boot, you can see that that indentation there is far less on that boot. So it's got a wider leg or a wider calf in it, plus the ankle is much wider. And then if we come over here, you can see on the original tall boot that you've got a skinnier ankle here, and the wide leg has a wider ankle through here. I'm going to measure this for you so that you can tell what the difference is. So the original tall, right here you can see that's 12 inches in circumference around the ankle. And if we get the wide calf, you'll be able to see that it is actually 12.75 inches in circumference. And that's what's causing the fit problem with this boot. The combination of that wider calf plus a lot of extra material in the ankle is creating some fit issues. I'm going to put the two boots on for comparison. I'm putting the original tall here on my left leg. Just so you know, the size 7 original tall does not fit my 15.25 inch calf. So I can barely get this boot on. It's extremely tight and almost impossible to get back off. And so we're gonna put the wide leg here on my right foot, and I will, I've got Marcus laying here helping out with the review, and I'm going to show you the difference between how these two boots look on. You can see that this right boot here, the wide leg, has a lot more material in the calf area, or in the ankle area, and you can see all that material flexing there. Here it is in the side profile, and then we'll compare that with the original tall on my left foot. You can see there's a lot less material. So this one on my left foot here, the original tall, feels pretty comfortable. It's tight to my toes in the front. And overall it somewhat feels tight, but fairly comfortable. This right boot, the wide leg, my heel slips out, and the footbed feels much larger as well. And my calf actually has room to move around. And so this boot really does feel extremely loose, and like it does kind of want to come off. I'm going to give you one more boot for comparison, the size 8, much taller, and it's an all-around bigger boot. But, and the interesting thing about this boot is that even though the circumference on the top of this is 15 inches, it actually fits onto my larger right calf perfectly well. And so there is the size 8 as compared to the size 7 in the original tall. And if I were to buy any of the 3 boots, it would be the size 8 in the original tall. It fits my calves, and it also has more room in the foot so that I can add an insulated liner. I could add a shearling insole and have it be much more comfortable. So there are the 3. I hope that this is helpful to you on figuring out the sizing on these boots. And in my next video, I'm going to talk about the boots that I actually decided to keep. I bought the size 8 in the insulated. That's a brand new boot. I think that just came out on Hunter. So I'm going to review those next, but I hope this has been helpful.